You ain't lying. A lot has been going on.
Been gone for a minute, and this world just went to hell in a handbasket.
Man, you stay gone for a minute, and everybody just lose their damn mind. Something, babe.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
From the
you know what? I ain't gonna put
world.
that up there right now. I'm gonna take that off. Hold on. I put, the subject of the day, but we'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, welcome to another episode of Melanated Thought. I know it's been a minute, but we've been a little bit busy, for lack of a better term. Have we not, babe?
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, anyway, I'm Reggio.
And I am Mimi the lady.
And she is definitely a lady, and what a lovely lady she is. Let me get my sound effects back. Everything is messed up. I hate being off this damn long because everything got all discombobulated.
Wow.
There we go.
Let me apologize from the start. It's probably going to be a little extra more than normal
Yeah.
because I went to East Texas yesterday.
And then my allergies are kicking up behind
And then
you.
when I get back here, my allergies just be like, Kung Fu, ha! So I apologize in advance for all the clearing of the throats and coughing.
Yeah.
Please forgive me. It's
forgive
not
me,
my
yeah,
fault. I'm not doing it on purpose.
Well, let's get this community music cracking. They got some new tunes. But anyway, a lot has been going on. And to be honest with you, I don't know where to start. Do you?
Not really. It's what I can say. I'm saddened.
You know what? I'm sad.
I'm sad.
I'm very sad because the main thing that we're going to be talking about today is all of the mass shootings that's been going on within the past couple of months.
And that's why I'm sad.
And one of which hit close to home right here in the good old state of Texas.
Yep.
And that's the main one that, well, I'm not going to say it's the main one, but it's the one that's got the most attention because children were involved.
Right. That's one thing my grandma said, don't involve them babies. Them babies don't have nothing to do with this.
Exactly.
And I just think that young man, he obviously has lost control of his world, his mind, everything to involve kids like that.
I agree, and we'll talk about the brutality of the situation later on. But there was another mass shooting that kind of like hit me to my soul. That was the one in Buffalo.
Mine too. Don't mess with the kids and the old folks. Everybody know how I feel about old folks and kids.
But the thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that this whole situation is something that we have to address, and that's why we call this show Killa 2.0, because and the picture that we have up on the splash screen is a picture of the Buffalo shooter.
Yeah.
And they did him the same way that they did the guy, what was his name? Dylan Roof, that's him. They pretty much coddled him and babied him like he was a Vogue model.
After they gave him a first class red carpet walk of fame.
Yes, it did.
To jail.
Yes, it did.
Patted him down. Are you okay? Is there anything you need? What can we do for you? If that was a black man, they would have been taking him to the morgue. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
It's the truth.
Sorry.
You speaking truth.
Yeah. That's just how I feel.
You speaking truth to power. That's all there is to it.
They will never ask him how he feeling or nothing, but they just, are you okay? Is there anything? What are you asking somebody who just killed somebody if there's anything he needs?
That dude, how many people did he kill? 10?
More than that. They were like 9. And then the body count came up, it was 10. Then again, it was 11. Somebody who went to the hospital, they died, so it was 12. So
yeah.
It's been quite a few. But see, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, that's pretty much the subject of today's show, y'all.
Right.
It's a bittersweet show. And like I said, it's been a lot going on since our last show. But with us traveling and going back and forth, we went to a very, very, very nice family reunion.
Yes, we did.
Oh, yes, we did. Let's go ahead and get the family a round of applause. Yeah, buddy.
The Richmond's family reunion in Longview, Texas, at my Uncle Sammy's house. That's for my mother's father's side of the family.
Right.
We're small, but we're mighty.
Exactly.
Had a good time seeing everybody.
Oh, yeah.
family came in from out of town. Family was there I haven't seen in a while. So I just love getting together. I just hate going to funerals. So it was awesome to go to the family reunion and just have a good time without all the backbiting and cussing and talking about each other. It's a real fun time.
I can honestly tell you that, her family,
excuse me,
even though I'm pretty much a new addition to the family for the most part, because me and this lovely co-host of mine, we were married a few months ago.
February 2nd, 2022.
She'll never let me forget that. But anyway, we were married a few months ago, and I can honestly tell you, man, that the family just embraced me like, hey, come on, welcome to the family, y'all.
That's right.
And I gotta give a shout out to my brother-in-law, man. That's my dude right there. That's my man, 50 grand, Mike. Hope you're listening, Mike. Shout out to Mike. But that's my dude right there. And my little man Winston had a birthday today.
Yeah, shout out to Winston, Winnie Pooh. My sister so favorably call him Winston. Is I think she said 3 today.
Oh, he a grown man now.
Today, yeah.
He's 21 now in dog years.
Yeah, he's smelling himself too.
Oh yeah.
So happy birthday, Winnie Pooh.
Okay.
And also shout out to my father, happy heavenly birthday to my father. He would have been and is to me 83 years old.
Yes indeed. Happy birthday, Pop.
83, and I often wonder if he was still here, because my father was he wasn't a big man, but he spoke big.
Exactly.
And he spoke his mind.
And that's what you're supposed to do, man.
And I often wonder what he will be seeing, what's going on in the world today, from the COVID to this new monkey pops to high gas prices to food price. My dad didn't play about food, and I can just hear him now. You see the price? That damn gas too damn high. I can really hear his voice crystal clear. But I wish I could just hear him just get his thoughts on what's going on in the world, especially with these killings and everything.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. But heavily birthday, Daddy. I miss you like crazy.
No doubt.
Love you much. We went down yesterday. That's why I'm so allergy infested today. Went out to East Texas and put some flowers out on his grave. Let him know that we always love him, always will. But happy birthday, sir.
Yes, indeed. And we also went to see my mother for Mother's Day.
Okay, soon.
Yes, indeed. And again, my wife is a new addition to the family, and of course, my mother loves her. So that means I got more women telling me what to do.
You're so funny. Yes.
But anyway, we had fun doing that. We enjoyed that. We're gonna go back next month, as a matter of fact, twice. I guess for the 4th, and we have a family get together coming up. Yeah, it's gonna be at Lake Heflin, Oklahoma City. So that's gonna be kind of fun. And that's about it, man.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and we mentioned everything else. So I'm going to mention, I know you have your reservations about it, but I'm sure you guys are aware that June is, the whole month of June is LGBTQ plus Pride Month. So shout out to those ladies and gentlemen, them, him, he, she, her. Happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
And also Juneteenth.
Yes, Juneteenth is coming up. Juneteenth is coming up.
It's supposed to be on the 19th. But it has become a federal holiday. That's why I asked you, are you going to be off that day? Because they're going to recognize it on Monday the 20th.
I don't know. I don't know. I have to ask the job. But I'm pretty sure that I am. But
it's probably going to be like Martin Luther King. Probably not. Because some people do take off and some people do not for MLK Day.
Actually, I was off. My company was shut down on MLK Day. A lot
of them are not, though.
I know a lot of them aren't because they don't recognize it. They don't like the uppity Negro.
But let's talk about the backlash from that, though. Miss I'm drawing a blank, the lady who walked all the way to Washington to get the day instated as a national holiday.
Yeah.
They're going to have a very nice walk for her this coming up weekend as well.
Yeah.
And Walmart has decided to do their part. And a big controversy has come about because of it. Because you showed me when you was in Walmart. Opal, I'm sorry, her name is Miss Opal God, I'm drawing a blank. I get it though. But you was in Walmart, you showed me all the big nice plates and cups and straws and everything Walmart was trying to emulate or give observance for Juneteenth. But the one thing that made national news is the ice cream.
I'm just going to be honest with everybody here. This is just my whole take on the situation. Honestly, I'm not mad at Walmart for trying to capitalize off of that. You know what I'm mad at? I'm mad at us for not doing it before Walmart did it. That's what I'm mad about. Okay? Because that should have been a black-owned company, mine included. I'll be the first. I'll take the hit on that myself. We should have been the first to capitalize off of that. The very first, not Walmart. It's our holiday.
Well, her name is Opal Lee. On June 17th, 2021, she was in Uncle Biden's, President Uncle Biden, I call him Uncle Biden, y'all, office, and that's when they signed into a national federal holiday. But you said capitalized. What do you mean? Financially?
Yeah.
Across the board?
By all means, yes. Yes.
So you think Walmart is capitalizing off?
That's exactly what
you
Walmart's
don't think
doing.
They're just recognizing it?
No. Walmart,
since it's now a federal holiday.
Making money. Walmart is a major corporation, and the major corporation's main goal is to do what? Make money.
Well, let me say this: wouldn't they would have been remiss if they didn't do that? Because they recognize everything. They recognize Easter, Father's Day, Mother's Day, 4th of July.
It's kind of a double-edged sword. It really is. But like I said, Walmart is in the business of making money. So to be honest with you, like I said, I'm not mad at Walmart for doing that. I'm just mad at us as foundational black Americans for not doing it before they did.
You know what? Honestly, I'm just like, again, play devil's advocate. I bet there probably were some. Well, there have been black companies that have. It just has never been recognized on a federal level.
Right.
They probably never thought that it would even come to fruition. So they probably thought, what's the use? But I guess Walmart beat them to the punch.
Exactly. So, like I said, I'm not mad at Walmart for that. I mean, I'm just mad at us for not doing it first. That's the only thing I'm mad at.
Yeah, we have been celebrating, especially here in Texas. We've been celebrating it, but it just hasn't been on a grand scale.
I mean, you remember when we did this show around about this time last year? The way we're talking about Juneteenth. We could care less about it being a national holiday because we've been celebrating.
Right.
It's a big thing. I can tell you that right now. In Oklahoma City, they have a parade every year.
They do too.
Yeah, every year for Juneteenth. So it's no big deal. I mean, we celebrate it regardless. I mean, they call it different things in different parts of the country. They call it Black Independence Day or Black Freedom Day or Freedom Day, whatever. It's the same holiday, just different names. But we've been celebrating it. So, it's not that big of a deal for them to make it a national holiday. I'm not really that big on it. But, if I get a day off, I get a day off. I get to spend time with my baby. That's all. Plain and simple.
Right. Well, another incident that took place this week.
Hold up. Want to get the books out the way? That ain't very many.
We should do things that happened this week, right?
What?
There's one more thing that happened. The trials for January 6th happened this week.
Want to get to that?
I just want to say that they started. I mean, haven't nothing much came about it, but I just want to let everybody know they have started, and they're supposed to start this Monday, every day for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
So if you're curious about some things you haven't seen, what happened on January 6th, I was appalled because I looked at it the first night and the second night.
I was laughing.
And my mouth was open the whole time.
I was laughing. I thought it was funny as hell.
Them white people storming that Capitol like they was going to Black Friday sale after Thanksgiving. And the way, I've never seen the angles that the that the Capitol camera showed.
Yeah.
And I seen that it was amazing. You can just hear them people on the communication. They're coming. But nothing to make light of. I just want to say the hearings has finally started. But I want to speak on that later in the show as well. But I just want to make sure
okay, that's not a problem. That is not a problem. Definitely mention that later on the show.
But yes, let's move on to the books of the day.
All right, books every black person should read at least once in their lifetime. We'll wait for the splash screen to pop up on the big screen. And there's Brother Malcolm and Sister Betty.
You know what? Let me say this. While we was out, he celebrated a birthday.
Yes, indeed, Brother Minister Malcolm. Yeah, buddy. One of my idols, man. This I can honestly tell you that if he was still alive to this very day, I would probably be one of his staunch followers. I really would.
Oh, definitely.
That was my hero.
If you do it in post-humorous, you'll do it in if he was living. Yeah.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Malcolm is is my hero. I'll be the first to tell anybody that. But yes, indeed, happy birthday, Malcolm Little, aka Malcolm X, aka Malik El Haj Shabazz.
All right.
But anyway, here go the books, y'all. One of them that we have is kind of self-explanatory. Look at this book right here. Once it pops up, you'll see what I'm talking about. The title says it all, doesn't it?
That's for sure.
The title says it all.
In more ways than one.
And this book is basically about police violence and the black rebellions in the 1960s. But the title itself talks about what's going on in the world right now because America is on fire. Elizabeth Hinton wrote this book. I read this book a while back. Good read for everybody that wants to get in on the whole thing about police violence because it's been a lot of that going on too. I think we got a few stories on that, don't we?
Oh, well, a few. That's all that's pretty much going on.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. And the second book, another one of my heroes, Kwame Ture, a.k.a. Stokely Carmichael, Black Power, The Politics of Liberation. That title says it all. If you're familiar with Brother Stokely Carmichael or Kwame Ture, after he changed his name, he was very, very, very big during the civil rights movement. For those of you who don't know, been living under a rock and are afraid to pick up a book. But yeah, definitely get that book. That's got to be in your library, at least somewhere in your library, man. You know. Okay, last book, The Negro Project. Margaret Sanger's diabolical, duplicitous, dangerous, disastrous, and deadly plan for Black America. She was basically trying to wipe black people out through abortion. Okay, but here's the thing about that. It kind of backfired on her because statistically, white women get abortions more than black women. All right, so you know, it kind of like she kind of like shot herself in the foot with that. But yes, Margaret Sanger was very racist. People don't understand that about Margaret Sanger because they're too concerned about abortion rights. And speaking of abortions, didn't that whole Roe versus Wade have a turn for the worse?
Yes, it did. And I was going to bring up the fact that your friend Clarence Thomas was such a buffoon to me that he came upon national stage and said that we are in danger of destroying the institution required for a free society.
What?
Do you not know what you're saying, sir?
I don't think he has any clue.
I think he might be going. No disrespect. He might be going through
that mental change.
Yeah. What is it?
Senility.
No, the
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. I think they need to bring so many people off the Supreme Court, and he's the first one to come down.
I agree. Well, see, Clarence Thomas is a world-class coon anyway. He really is. He always has been.
Did you see what he said? He tried to tear up. I'm like, sir, you know your wife and yourself are major players in this decision.
Come on,
this accusation, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay. Or maybe that's his cry for help. He's trying to tell y'all that it's not him. Somebody is making him, quote unquote,
that's bullshit.
Say and act this way.
Come on, that's bullshit. You and me both know that. You and me both know that. We were born at night, not last night. Come on.
I just feel like he's just so corrupt and so...
No, he's a coon.
Just poorly advised of his job. He's a coon.
Exactly. That's all there is to it. He ain't nothing but a coon.
I agree with you.
He ain't nothing but a coon. That's all he is. That's all he ever has been. Ever since he's been in that Supreme Court seat, they put him in to replace Thurgood Marshall. And I bet Thurgood Marshall is somewhere in heaven shaking his head saying, what the hell?
Right.
That's what y'all put in my place? Because, Thurgood Marshall was a rider. He didn't play when it came to black people.
Then why can't we have more of those here fighting for us?
That's a good question.
Making laws for us, trying to get it done for us. Where are they? I mean, I know we do have some, but they're not riding like he was.
Oh no. There's a brother out right now. He's running for Jim Clyburn's seat. I forgot that brother's name. I can't remember his name. Dang, what is that brother's name?
Well, I don't want to cut you off from your story, but I did want to mention, the Roe versus Wade was supposed to have been a big old leak from the Supreme Court.
Right.
But you know who they trying to blame for it, right?
Who?
The new black lady who just got there, Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Why are you trying to blame her?
They trying to blame
she ain't
her
even in
for-
office yet.
I know that's what they trying to blame her for the leak. How? She didn't even have an office. Does she have a key to the door yet?
Well, here's my...
Like,
see,
how you... I think they trying to just blame any and everybody.
well, see, let me explain to everybody about the real deal with the Roe versus Wade situation. That was about a lady who got pregnant, and she wanted to get an abortion.
Why
but
she want? Who was she pregnant by?
she was pregnant by a black man.
Ah, you say what now?
She was pregnant by a black man.
Oh,
You want me to say it again?
oh,
A brother.
oh, what?
One of us. Come on now. She had gotten pregnant, and the daddy was black, and she didn't want to have that baby because she didn't want to piss her family off. So she went and had the abortion, but they tried to say that she was murdering the baby. So that's why that particular law happened. That's why abortion was made legal, because there's a whole bunch of white women that like to ride on the soul pole. You know, but they don't want the results of what happens when you ride on that soul pole.
That's what I said. You know, they always talking about black people go out and get DNA tests. I bet you some of you white men go out and DNA tests. They'll realize that their little juniors and their little Heathers are not theirs.
Man, come on. That wide nose and nappy ass hair should give it away.
No, I mean like just regular white kids.
I
Because, you
agree.
know, if she messed with a brother, she probably messed with the pool boy and
Of course,
the
man.
boy at the local grocery store
That's
and
true.
the man who pumped the gas.
That's
I'm
true.
just saying.
That's true. You're
Trainers.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
Shout out
right.
to Kevin Gates. He'll blame his wife for cheating with that. I don't like Kevin Gates. I said, hey, this man done made a whole song about his wife cheating with the trainer. But anyway, I'm remiss. But with Clarence Thomas, what I didn't like about him as well about the Roe versus Wade, he's trying to tell America to just deal with it. Deal with what, sir?
Well,
Deal with what? Because you just explained to us how this all came about. So what part do he wants to deal with?
well, see, here's the deal with Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas is one of those black men that go along to get along and don't piss off white people. But I'm the exact opposite. I'm not going to go along to get along. Well, hell, you know that. I'm not going to go along to get along, and I don't mind pissing off white folks. That's my job.
My thing is, why would he say that? How would he feel if that was his daughter? He's old as hell, so maybe his great-granddaughter walking home from school, somebody snatch her, rape her, get her pregnant. Would it be a different story then?
Well, yeah, it would be, because then his family is affected.
Really?
Yeah.
So only your family would be affected?
Well, hey, that's how.
Think,
it's-
sir. Think. Deal with what? If I said deal with what? You
Well,
just
see-
can't say that's a double-edged sword that you're seeing there, sir.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
think
They can be taken
before
so
you
many different
speak.
kinds of ways.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all the books I got, babe. And now comes my favorite section of the show.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That one that my wife came up with, bold words from a black woman. I love this part, man. And this lady that I'm going to put up here needs no introduction.
None whatsoever.
Okay? This is one of the most prolific sisters.
Astounding.
Astounding.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to mention her
Longevity.
name. I'm not going to mention her name.
Well spoken.
I'm just going to put it up there.
Highly classy.
I'm just going to put it up there.
Did I say beautiful?
Yes, you did.
Inside and out.
Yes, indeed.
Never met her before, but I could just sense her aura through the TV and the movie screen.
Come on, man.
Miss Cece Tyson.
Come on now. Give her a big old round of applause. Come on,
Miss
Sister Cicely.
Cicely Tyson. Yes.
Oh, man. Let me tell
my
you
grandmother and my mother. Oh my God.
something. Let me tell you something about this woman right here. You know, I have never, ever met this woman. But I can honestly tell you, man, that if I would have met this woman, I will probably break down in tears.
I was just gonna say
because
that.
this woman has done so much, not for the black community, because she was a rider. This lady was a rider. Okay.
Her and who? Harry Belafonte. All
Harry
of them.
Belafonte. Her.
The what's the married couple? Ozzy and Harriet. All of them. I on the front line.
Ruby D and Ozzy Davis. Yep. And her husband, as a matter of fact, her ex-husband, as a matter of fact, Miles Davis.
Miles D.
He
I was
play.
shocked to find that out.
Yeah.
That they were married.
Oh yeah, they were married.
Yeah. And she has nothing bad to say about them, even though he treated her dirty.
Yeah.
I have never heard her say anything ill will about that man.
Yeah,
except for that he was a genius
That's all that
at
was.
his craft.
Oh, come on. Miles
Yeah.
Davis was the man. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, this song that I got sampled right here is Miles Davis.
Good work.
So,
That's
but anyway,
cool.
but anyway, this lady right here, man, go ahead and do the quote. Go ahead and do the quote. Do the quote.
And I quote, challenges make you discover things about yourself that you never really knew, end quote.
Now,
Sissy Tyson.
Now, granted, this lady, she died. This beautiful woman, she was almost 100 years old when she passed away. She was 97 when she passed away. Okay, this woman right here, man.
I think it was like what, 3 or 4 weeks after her book came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, beautiful woman inside and out.
And the reason why I chose this quote, because I, in a form of speaking, can relate to it, because I've been challenging myself to do different things, different crafts, and things like that. So when I read that quote, it spoke to me, so I can wholeheartedly relate. So thank you, Miss Tyson.
Yes,
such
indeed.
a beautiful spoken quote that I will forever treasure and relate to on a daily basis.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, like I said, it couldn't have came from a better person either.
Absolutely.
I'm just being real. I
Just
mean,
beautiful.
I love Cicely Tyson, man. You know, I think my favorite work that she's done was when she played Harriet Tubman in a TV series called A Woman Called Moses. Remember that? Yeah. So that was my favorite work of hers.
Side note, Hollywood, her life story. Kimberly Elise needs to play that part, please. Thank
I agree with you on that.
Please and thank you.
I agree with you on that.
I used to think that was her daughter.
Yeah, because they look so much alike.
Oh my God.
They look exactly. I mean, she looks like a younger version of Cicely
She
Tyson.
sure does. So Hollywood, keep that in mind.
Come on
Now
now.
go out there get no light skin. What's her name that everybody get the part? Halle Berry. No shot. Hey, Holly is good, but Holly cannot play Sissy.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm disrespecting
It's
her.
got to be a
Cicely
chocolate.
Tyson.
It's got to be a chocolate.
And that'll be Kimberly Elise. She has the color, the bone structure, especially the acting skills. So let's do that, Hollywood. Let's make that happen.
Exactly. So, you know.
You on to some current events?
Yeah,
You ready for it?
yeah.
It's a check this word out. Plethora.
Hold on. Let me get my sound box ready, because I know I'm going to be doing some what moments. And
yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Well, let me start with this, because this right here kind of is sad, but it also made me wonder. What's that movie? Whoop That Trick.
Damn.
Because that's the first thing I thought of after I read this story. Adult caught on video hurling racial slurs at boys outside of South Miami middle school. Soon as he saw those parents come up, he drove off.
What? Come on, man.
A Florida man is under fire after being captured on video hurling racial slurs at black teenagers. You already know what color he is. I don't have to say.
Yeah, you ain't got to say it.
Parents wonder why the man was comfortable yelling at and disrespecting the children, but refused to speak to one of the boys' fathers.
Damn.
Whoop that trick, you know? 'Cause he knew he was about to get them
he
paws.
He would have got them paws put on him. In the words of Little Scrappy, he would have got them paws put on him.
So my thing is, what is going on where you as a grown, for lack of a better word, ass man,
Come on.
feel that you can go up to some teenagers who was simply walking to school before. Just means school hadn't even started. They were just going to school, minding their business. He didn't like something, so he just started calling them all kind of effing B's and effing N's, and oh my God, I don't know.
I've always said this, and I continue to say this, man. Ever since Donald Trump got elected, we've been seeing a whole lot of this, have we not?
Yeah, the one little sin that he said that kind of, it pissed me off, because you should know better. You don't know better, do better. He just kept, like I said, he was hurling explicitives toward them. But this is the one that got me. Listen, Negro, get the fuck out of my face, fucking Negro mumbling cracker. Can we be crackers?
Last I checked, we couldn't.
You know, I'm just like, is he confused?
He must have been high. In the words of Martin Lawrence, he was on there. Ooh wee.
He was on something. And so one of the little boys back said, cracker, called him a cracker. And then he busts out and said, I'm proud to be a cracker. I'm happy with what I see in the mirror every day. Are you? Are you happy to look in the mirror and see a nigga?
Oh, man, that couldn't have been me.
Whoop that trick. Whoop. That's why he said when he saw them parents coming, he knew he can get them paws.
Whoop, he gonna get
That's
his
why
ass
he
whooped.
left.
Yeah, he gonna get that. He's gonna get the beat down of all beat downs.
I saw some fathers, but I saw a whole lot of mamas who was ready to tear that ass up.
Come on now, say it.
Tear that ass up. They didn't care. They did not care. He was a big old tall white man too, honey.
Oh, that don't make a difference.
Yeah, they were ready to go. They were like, I don't. One of them said, harder they are. She said, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Come on, sister.
I like, I don't take care of your babies. I ain't mad at you at all.
Me either.
You gonna have to start disrespecting these kids one day.
Well,
one day.
Well, what's going to happen is this right here. They're gonna come across the wrong child, and something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So,
one of these kids gonna take matters to their own hand. They ain't gonna care you an adult.
They sure don't. They already don't have any respect. A lot of them don't.
Well, here is something that goes with the topic of the day. In the book, the first book that you showed, nobody did the right thing. Passengers refused to be searched during traffic stop led to his violent arrest and hospitalization with brain damage. He has filed a lawsuit against 5 Michigan officers.
Damn!
Every time we do a show, I'm reading a story about somebody that has been brutalized, victimized by a police officer, and now they are awaiting some kind of decision to be made to A, if they're going to be fired, B, if they're going to stand trial, C, if he's going to be compensated for his injuries. But this man is brain damaged. He will never be the same.
It's getting to the point now, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this out here. Whenever I see a cop pull up behind me, I get scared. I'm being honest with you. And I got my phone ready to call you so you can hear everything that's going on. So.
But then what gets to me is like, okay, just let me ask you. I'm like, again, here I am, devil's advocate. She's here today. If this was happening on a street corner, and you was walking out the store and you saw it, would you say something? Would you take out your camera and start recording? Would you intervene? What would you do? What do you think you do? You can't really say what you'll do at that moment.
Well,
you can say this and then your emotions say something else when it's actually happening.
I can honestly tell you, me being the kind of person that I am, if I saw something like that, I would get out and ask if we know what the problem is. In the words of I Turner, what the problem is, anime. What the problem is everything okay over here? And I would not leave until I knew everything was okay. Let me tell y'all a story real quick. I was visiting some relatives in California, and I had a cousin, and he let me drive his car. Now, granted, I was in this car. I made an illegal turn. I know I made the legal turn, and the cop stopped me. Now, I was in the wrong. I'll be the first to tell anybody. I was in the wrong. I made an illegal turn. So, cop came out. He was real cordial. He wasn't nasty or anything like that. He said, driver's license and, registration. I said, well, it's not my car. It's my cousin's car, but let me find it. He said, okay. And he shined the light to make sure I wasn't going for no gun or nothing like that. And I got the light. I got the registration, the proof of insurance out the glove compartment, gave it to him, gave him my license. Looked at me, he said, oh, you from Oklahoma? I said, yeah, that's where I'm from. And he said, what you out here doing? I said, I'm out to visit from some relatives of mine. Plus, at the time, I was competing in a martial arts tournament. And so I'm out here competing in a martial arts tournament, plus I'm visiting my cousin, man. I said, okay. He said, you made a legal turn out there. I said, yeah, I know. That's on me. I'll take the hit on that. And he just gave me a warning. Now, as this was going on, a couple of brothers was coming around the corner. Black men. And they looked at me and when they saw the cop had stopped me, and this is exactly what they did. Hey, little homie, you good? Talking to me. I said, yeah, brother, I'm good. And they said, all right. And they did not move until that cop left. They stayed right there.
And this is in when? What year?
This is in 1998.
Wow. Over 20 years ago.
Yeah, 1998.
And it seemed like, well, I guess we're still going through that today. But back then, I guess they didn't have camera phones like they do now.
No, they don't. But them brothers did not move until everything was cool with me.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And that was a beautiful thing. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
And I guess that's their way of letting the police officer know we're watching you.
Exactly.
So watch what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I probably would stand there too and just kind of like the girl who recorded George Floyd. I probably record us, just stand there just to make sure. But those Floyd, well, we knew what happened there. No police officer didn't even give a damn. But I probably would stay there myself too, just to make sure, especially if I know he wasn't doing anything. Because when you look at the video, it's just atrocious.
Right.
How they treated him. And then one of the his lawyers was saying, it makes you wonder if this would have happened if his skin color was white.
No.
And they said, for see how quick you said that? No.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be that quick of a response in a situation like this. You should be like, well, depending on the circumstance. No, you just fast said no. Mm-hmm. So that just means something needs to be done.
I agree.
Immediately.
I agree.
Immediately.
I agree.
Here's another one. Officers taunted, mocked, harassed, and attacked her. Woman sues Tulsa, your neck of the woods.
Oh, shit.
Police for mishandling her during a mental health crisis. And they knew she was experiencing it because she explained to them that she was. Damn. Several podcasts before, I mentioned that these police officers need to take a sensitivity class on knowing how to handle mental health crisis, because a lot of people are doing. Some people might be doing it on purpose. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some people do it personally. I've utilized that once or twice myself to get out of getting a ticket. But you should know how to handle that instead of manhandling. Yes, she was a woman. Maybe she was doing something that was wrong, but I don't think you need to just taunt her and mock her and make fun of her because she actually was having a mental health crisis.
Well, let me just say this real quick. I had when I showed you that story and I read it.
Mm-hmm.
This big burly ass caveman of a white woman, and that's exactly what she was, a white officer. Mm-hmm. I was calling her what she is. She was just sitting up there laughing and smiling and all the hot caca and the kiki and the whole 9 yards when this was going on. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, she needs to be fired. Mm-hmm. And she should never be able to work again. But we already know what's going to happen. And that's nothing. She'll probably get paid. She's probably on paid administrative leave right now as we speak.
This is the gist of the story. She was in the bathroom. The owner of the restaurant wanted her to leave. They called the police. The police came. You've been banned. Why you been banned? Because you've been in the bathroom too long. Blah, 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 blah. That's just, you don't know what she was doing. She could have been in there just fearful. Somebody probably been harassing her. You just don't know. But like I said, sensitivity, empathy. Keyword, I love that word, especially in this culture now. Where is your empathy? Just don't stand there listening and I never saw her go into the restroom. So I'm like, why mock her and make fun of her? And then in the end, ask her, do you want to get tased? Unacceptable. Well, at least she didn't say you want to get shot, but of course she wasn't going to shoot her because I think this young lady was white. Wow. Was she white? Yeah, she was white.
Wow.
But the thing I'm saying, mental health is running rampant. Even though we knew what it was back when we were growing up, they have put a name to it, which is called mental health. And you gotta treat people a little bit differently. Handle people a little bit differently, because everybody don't go through the same thing. Some people can handle stuff a little bit better than some other people. Moving on, here's another nightmare of an ass whooping given to a black man by a police officer. One of them was squeezing my eyes. A Louisiana trooper faced minor charges for giving black men a whooping meant to give him, quote unquote, nightmares for a long time. Again, insensitive, empathy. Right. They beat this black man so bad that he spit up blood. They dragged him by his braids, knees, slapped and punched him down while he lay face down with limbs sprawled all the way out. And they kept saying, stop resisting. How am I resisting? I'm laying full, like hands out, legs out, sprawled out. Okay. I think they do that because they wearing these cameras. I don't know. Or maybe these officers don't know what sensitivity is. I know I'm getting tired of talking about it, trying to make excuses for them, though. I really am.
I am actually at a loss for words on that story right there.
Did you hear that one of the officers said, "I'm going to punish you, you dumb bitch"? Punish him for what? I'm going to give you a whooping that's going to give you nightmares for the rest of your life.
Oh, he accomplished that. He accomplished that.
The words, it's just so much. The words just so vile and full of hate. It's just why. And he kept saying, "I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna die." And he said he just relived it over and over and over in his head all the time.
Well, they accomplished their mission.
And again, nothing has been done. Nothing has been done by the officer. Like I said before, A, are they gonna lose their jobs? B, are they going to get held responsible during the trial?
No. The answer to both questions is no.
Mm-hmm.
And Louisiana is a very racist state.
Which is sick.
Yeah, I agree. And Louisiana is a very racist state. If I had to put Louisiana and Oklahoma against each other, they'd be neck and neck as far as racism. I'm being honest with you.
And there's so many of us down there. That's what makes it so bad.
Yeah.
It's full. I mean, that's South. That's where we come from. When you think of Louisiana, what white person do you think of? You think of mostly black people.
Exactly. Well, a whole bunch of mixed black people, but still black people nonetheless.
You know, they said one drop of blood.
Oh yeah, that one drop rule that works. Oh yeah, that's definitely a thing.
That's what it is. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Well, here are some Karen ones that you sent me. Maybe some of these Karen ones.
Let's do like two of them.
Pennsylvania officer remains on the job after video leaks of him shouting obscenities, slamming a woman on police cruiser for allegedly rear-ending a car with his daughter inside.
Damn!
A Western Pennsylvania police officer may face disciplinary action after a video of him using force while taking a woman into custody went viral. While officials are silent on the details of the incident, the woman's attorney believed her civil rights were violated by the cop when he used excessive force to detain her. She inadvertently ran into the back of his car, and his daughter was in the back of the car, so he lost it on her, for lack of better words.
Well, instead of the first thing he should have done was to make sure that his daughter was okay. 'Cause that's what I would have done. Excuse me. That's the first thing I would have done, to make sure my daughter was okay. And then I would go up and ask the lady that caused the accident, "Are you okay?"
But you know what he said instead? He walked up to her and said, "Do you know who you just rear-ended? A kid in the car, you stupid bitch. Get back in the car right now, you stupid whore. That's my kid. You could have killed someone, you stupid whore." Now, mind you, the woman that he's cussing out, disrespecting, also had a child in the car.
Oh, he didn't give a damn about that.
You don't know if this woman had a lot of this has been going on lately, especially here in Texas. A lot of medical emergencies are happening while people are driving. Some people are having seizures because of the heat.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are having medical issues because they are diabetics. You don't know what that one was going through.
Yeah.
Like she just said, "Okay, that's a car. I'm gonna ram into it." I don't think that happened like that. But again, no empathy to ask her what's going on.
And that's one of the reasons that I hate that whenever you drive alone, I don't like that, because I know you're a diabetic. I don't want you to have an episode. That's why.
Well, some people just, I don't know, it's just insensitive.
I agree with you on that. But you know, some people, I mean, it's like you said, you don't know what was going on with that lady. You have no clue.
Because I don't know, I'm just going to speculate. Pretty sure she wasn't doing something too much illegal. She had a child in the car with her as well.
Yeah, most people don't do dumb shit when they got a child in the car.
Obviously he did, and he's a cop.
Well,
you know,
he's being an asshole. That's all. And I'll take that back. He'd be a dick. That's all that was. That's not even a hard on. Just being a dick. But, yeah.
Well, here's one again, and I'm trying to think of what was the movie we were looking at. Let me read it first, and then you remind me of the movie we looked at the other night where they were going around planting drugs on people. A premeditated act of revenge. Minneapolis police officers beat man to a pulp, allegedly plant drugs near his house after he complained. What movie was that we watched other than the series we watched?
The city.
We Own the City. Okay, it kind of reminded me of that because, yeah. Was that Minneapolis too? Where was that?
No, that was Baltimore.
Baltimore. But this young man said that the police officers violated his civil rights by trying to obtain him, and then when they realized wasn't nothing really going on, they planted drugs on him.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised because, like, if you was just raise a big stink in any corrupt police force, they're gonna come after you. They're gonna come after you.
So I'm not supposed to say nothing about my civil rights being violated without retaliation?
Exactly. You're supposed to just sit there and take it on the chin and go on about your business as far as they're concerned. I think that's messed up, but that's just the way it is, unfortunately. They want you just to be quiet. They can do whatever they can do whatever the hell they want to do to you, but you can't retaliate. And that's the problem.
Very much so. And let me do this one also. It's two more I really want to get to these. These are the old story, but this one bothered me to my core.
Okay, good. Do them.
That looks pretty low life, quote unquote. A prominent private school in Michigan faces backlash after including Barack Obama in lesson on primates. Now, this prominent school, right, is not taking accountability because supposedly the teacher pulled the information from a quote-unquote high-regarded university. But here's the gist of the story. A high school biology teacher at this preppy little school that a tuition is $30,000 per year, passed out materials for a quote 8, monkey, and lemurs introduction to primates quote unquote lesson. The sheet included various kinds of primates, including apes, monkeys, lemurs, and one Homo sapien. The Homo sapien was President Barack Obama.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Now, monkeys have no lips, correct? Okay. Monkeys are also hairy, correct? What race
Walk
of people?
on their hand and their knuckles.
Exactly. What race of people has no lips and are hairy all over? It ain't black people now, is
No,
it?
it's not.
I mean, you know for a fact you're married to a black man. Am I hairy?
No.
Exactly.
I can't believe 2022 though? Really?
It don't matter. It don't matter. The more things change, the more they stay the same. You just have to understand that. The more they change, the more they stay the same. The more we progress, the more we regress.
Well, okay. Loads of Caucasian male students in violation. A high school senior, while I'm sorry, let me set this up. We're in the midst of graduation. Shout out to my cousin Isaiah for graduating from Little. Ooh, go Isaiah. And your little cousin from Forney. Ooh, Forney. Okay. A high school senior files lawsuit after being asked to cut his locks to graduate. Guess what? The judge granted motion in whose favor? The black student with the locks. Yes, finally, because it previously reported before, kids with locks and braids and things like that has been asked to cut their hair before participating in any other school activities, sports activities. But this one man seemed like he's going to get it in his favor. So kudos to this man and especially to the judge that let this be known. You do not have to do that. You have a form of self-expression and express yourself, young man.
Here is my question. Why is it when it comes to black people, we gotta always cut our hair, take our hair down, do this, that, and the third to our hair? Well, the white person can have hair down to their ass and nothing happens to them.
I saw this girl. One side of her hair was green, one side of her hair was pink, and in the back was blue. You don't think that's a distraction?
Thank you.
I mean, okay. But kudos to this judge. So I was like, whoa, yes, finally, one who do not have to cut his hair and will still be able to walk.
And I can promise you there's at least one white girl at that school that's got different color hair.
I'm pretty sure. That's what they do now. They think it's really popular to dye their hair 3 or 4 different shades of high octane, high bright color. So pretty sure, yeah. Even if it was whatever. This is the last one, I swear. New York State Senate passes. I don't know if you read about this. You probably have, because you read everything. Rap music on trial. It's a bill getting passed where the court cannot hold rappers against what they're rapping about in their song lyrics. Because I think Meek Mill is experiencing this. There's another rapper that's out there who's experiencing this. And Jay-Z and Killer Mike and Fat Joe are one of the ones who are supporting this bill. So kudos to that.
Well, here's my whole deal.
Because I know you love your rap music.
Here's my whole deal. One of my favorite rappers, Melly Mel. You know, for those of you who don't know who Melly Mel is, he's they call him the GOAT of hip hop, and I agree with him 100%. Melly Mel said that most rappers, if they're talking about it in their songs, 9 times out of 10, they just some niggas talking shit. That's all they are. You know, because most of the rappers ain't really done half of the stuff they say they doing in their music. Right. And he's absolutely right.
Yeah, I saw this documentary. I think the only one that they said they probably can possibly fully say that he did it. Oh, shout out to him too. He had a birthday while we've been on hiatus. Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, Biggie. Yeah.
He had, and Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z really was a dope deal.
Yeah. So I think after those two, they had a hard time coming with any others that actually has done it. But a lot of these young rappers have done it, and I think they're having a hard time getting out of the game.
Yeah.
Cause who's the 2 rappers that's going through now? One of them up on a charge where, what is it when they tell you that you intimidating the
RICO charges?
RICO charges.
Just Young Thug.
Yeah. See, he made that money, walk around with $1 million chain around his neck, but now he finna might serve some time because he done went back to the hood and did some crap.
Another thing that Melly Mel says. Shout out to Melly Mel. You know, he just had a birthday recently. Happy birthday, Melly Mel. 61 years old.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, Melly Mel said something real profound. He said you can't go platinum and still do street shit.
Absolutely.
Okay, you gotta do one or the other. Mm-hmm. You can't do both. If you're gonna be in the streets, and be in the streets. If you're gonna be an MC, be an MC. You can't do both. You can't do both. You gotta give one of them up.
Well, let's think about this though. Do you think these prosecutors really think everything these boys be talking about, men and women have been talking about that they have actually done?
No, come on now. You can't be that stupid.
It's too many other cases out there that you can be working on and focus on what somebody put in their rap lyrics.
Exactly.
So shout out to this. I hope this bill is passed and it becomes a favor. You know, like we said before, everybody thought hip-hop wasn't going to last so long, but it's here over 20 plus years?
Longer than that. It's been in here since the 70s.
Yeah.
Hip-hop's been around since the 70s.
So maybe they'll get a break and,
yeah,
make it right.
Exactly.
On to the show's topic.
All right, man. Hold on, let me get the splash screen back up here. Let's talk about this right here. Which one you want to talk about first?
Well, let's start with the previous, which is the one that touched me. Both of them touched me, but of course the Buffalo is the one that happened first. I really don't even know where to start. Just let me tell you, it happened May 15th, 2022.
Right.
This boy wrote a 150-page
manifesto.
No, wait a minute, 180-page.
180-page manifesto.
Documenting everything that he didn't like about this race. What he was going to do. How he was going to do it. And he made it happen. I saw this story, I'm a CNN fool with Don Lemon. Shout out to Don Lemon if you listen. Thank you, brother. This man was saying that he goes out and sits in front of this store every day. It was kind of like his office.
He was casing the joint.
I'm talking about the black. This is I'm trying to set it up. It's a black man who lives there.
Right.
Who said he sits out in front of this store on a bench every day. He kind of felt like it was his office. That when he saw somebody who was they were having a bad day or looking despondent, he would sit them down on his bench and talk to them. Just gives them like a little saving grace. So he saw this young man. I'm not going to even call his name because I don't want to. And
Yeah,
I'm going to start calling him a
shine.
young man. I'm going to call him a boy. He saw this boy. The boy sat down on the bench with him. He said, I bought the boy a drink. I gave him a cigarette. He said, I sat there and talked to him almost 2 hours. He said, in reality, the next day, he came back and shut up the place. He said the only reason why he's not dead is that the police officer told him that he doesn't want any loitering in front of the store. So he goes in there every day. I left out this part. This man who was sitting here goes in there and buys soda every day. So he said he got up, went in there, bought his soda like he normally do, went across the street to the park. Right when he walked across the street to the park, got ready to turn back around and look at the store, that man was walking. He said, hey, that's my friend from yesterday, and saw him start shooting people. He said he don't know if there was a divine intervention from God or what. He said, but I could be dead right now. He said it shocked him to his core for him to believe that he had just sat there for 2 hours, bought a drink, had a cigarette with a mass murderer. Like he said, he came there every day for a month, asking one of the ladies who work in the bakery, well, how can you stand working here with all these black people? You know, they tried to make her a scapegoat, saying she should have said something, but what was she supposed to say? That man just asked her a question. They're just like me. They can come to me and say, how you feel here working with all these white people? What am I supposed to say? It's just I wouldn't feel, you know. I still don't understand why he did it. I mean, I know people have hatred because of the color of your skin, but I think it was something deeper than that. It has to be.
I honestly think that the whole Buffalo shooting, it was, like I said, I've always said it's premeditated. I've always said that. He planned that out.
Yeah.
He planned that out to the letter. He planned that out. And the people that he shot, all black people.
Yep.
And he shot the 2 white people because they got in his way. That's the only reason why. Otherwise,
well, from my understanding, he shot 3. One of them he grazed, and he said he was just giving him a warning. But the other 2 he shot, he kept trying to give them a warning. They kept trying to stop him, so he shot them because they got in his way. Yeah,
they got in his way.
Yeah.
Now,
wait a minute. Is that mental health?
No.
That's what they're trying to picture it as.
I know it. That's what they always do. That's what they always do. They're going to try to say, oh, he wasn't in his right mind. Oh, yeah, he was. Because I've always said this. A crazy person does stuff just to be doing it. You don't write out a 180-page manifesto about what you're going to do, then go do it. That's not crazy. That is not crazy. You know what you're doing. Do you not? When you agree?
180-page document.
Yeah.
Mind you, he stayed 2 to 2.5 hours away. He didn't even live in this town. But he came every day for 2 months.
Let me put on my
Is that mental health?
Let me put on my tinfoil kufi in the words of Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to that brother. Now, why would you travel 2.5 hours just to go to a grocery store and shoot that particular grocery store up? Why would you do that? There's got to be an underlying reason why he did it. I got too many questions, and that's one of them. Why would you go 2 hours just to shoot up a grocery store?
Right.
There's several grocery stores within the vicinity, within arm's reach, that you could have shot up.
Now let's start here. If you just want to shoot some black people, why you didn't go down there on the block?
Hello? Because they got guns too. A lot of them do.
So he was making
Easy targets.
Yeah.
Easy targets. That's how they operate.
The helpless.
Yeah, that's how they operate. See, if you notice, whenever you see something like this going on, they always go for the easiest target. They either go for children or the elderly, one of the two, or women. They never go for the warrior class, because if they were going for the warrior class, it would have got their work. You get what I'm saying? So that's why he targeted the elderly.
Well, he also, like in his 180-page document, he also said some things about the Jewish community. One of the things he says was some of the activities about the Jewish community are deplorable and may attempt to challenge the community is considered anti-Semitic. So was he just racist across the board, no matter what color. He just by happenstance shot up a grocery store that was more in the black community. Do you think he would have went to a Jewish community if he would have found one, or knew one where one was?
Well, here's the thing about that. You know, he did the black community because if he were to actually shoot up a black grocery store, the charges wouldn't be as bad on it. See, because look at Kyle Rittenhouse. Even though he killed white people, but he killed those white people because they were trying to protect black people. So it's just like killing black people as far as he's concerned, as far as that punk ass judge is concerned. That pretty much gave him the keys to the city.
Well, speaking of judge, isn't this the same judge that's representing this boy? Or giving him, quote unquote, advice? I'm
not going to say it ain't.
I think it is.
It probably is. I wouldn't doubt it.
I think that's what I read. It's the same judge that helped Killa Kyle is giving this boy.
Oh, he'll get out. He'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah.
He'll be out in the streets tomorrow. But yeah, I have a lot of questions, man, because the security guard that was killed in that particular grocery store, here I go with my 10-4 kufi on. He created a machine that could take moisture from the air and create drinking water.
I hadn't heard that, really?
Oh yeah, look that up. It had been sabotaged once before. Okay? And so once they sabotaged it, he just rebuilt it because they knew exactly which parts to break in order to make that machine not work, because he's going to take it to Flint, Michigan so they can have clean drinking water. Okay, and somebody sabotaged it. So I think that was a hit on him as well. So why that particular grocery store? I got too many questions. Why that particular grocery store? At that particular time when you knew he was going to be working.
Wow, I hadn't heard that at all.
Oh yeah. Look that up.
What? Okay. Excuse me. I don't know. That's a good question, dear. I don't know. So you think they were really after him and the other ones just casualties of war?
I'm not going to say they're not. Like I said, that's my question. Why that particular grocery store at that particular time when you knew he was going to be there?
Well, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
I honestly think this shooting was all because of loose gun laws. Let's start there. Uncle Biden, when he was in Congress,
Jim Crow Joe,
passed a law, excuse me, that, raised the gun laws to purchase a gun to 21.
Right.
Once that bill came to fruition and it ended, it lowered back down to 18.
Right.
And that's when all this tragedy started happening.
Right.
Because if you notice, most of the mass shootings are by young men between the ages of 17 and 20. Right. My question, where the hell they get all this money to buy these expensive guns?
Which brings me to the Uvalde shooting. Okay, now this young man that did the Uvalde, Texas shooting, he was a school dropout because he got tired of people making fun of him because he was poor and his clothes weren't as fly as everybody else.
Right.
Okay, now your clothes ain't that fly. You don't have a job, but you got a $2,000 gun and body armor. And about $3,000 worth of body armor.
Ammo.
And I don't know how many rounds of ammo he had. He had ammo at his friend's house too, didn't he? So you had all of these things. You don't have any money, but you got money to get that shit. That's why I think that these young men who really don't have jobs are being financed and supported with somebody else. And yes, I got my 10-4 kufi on. So I think they're being supported by another entity. What do you think?
Like the Proud Boys. Ooh!
Oh, did you say that out? Ooh. Hello.
Trump.
Oh. Whoa.
KKK.
Oh. You didn't say the big one.
In the words of, what's that show? Make you say,
I'll sing your home. It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. Oh, you left one out, baby. the Boogaloo Boys.
So you 18, like I said, I know some of them get their little, dowries and
Yeah, they get their little money
and
or
their little
whatever.
money when they turn 18. So the first thing you do is go out buy a powerful Army recognized rifle,
Semi-automatic weapons.
cases and cases and boxes of ammo,
Right.
and other types of guns that are powerful.
Don't forget about the Kevlar, the
You
body
know.
armor. Don't forget about the body armor.
So that's what you was waiting to get your money for to buy. Think you might be stepping on something. You might done open up a can of worms, my friend.
Well, like I said earlier in the show, there have been 250 mass shootings in this year alone.
This year alone.
And that's just and the year's only halfway over.
It was so funny. After the Buffalo, then come Uvalde.
Yeah.
After Uvalde, it was some more that weekend. 15 that weekend.
Exactly.
Now, are these copycats?
I'm telling you, man. See, once Kyle Rittenhouse got off for murder, and that's exactly what happened. He got off for murder. Once he got off for murder, and I told you this was going to happen.
I was just going to say, give your hand a round of applause.
Yeah.
Because on one previous show, you stated
It's going to
that
happen
after
again.
Cal,
Yeah,
it's going to happen again.
And it did.
Yes, it happened.
Several times over.
Several.
I told you it was going to happen. I hate being right sometimes. And this is one of the times I hate being right. But I knew this was going to happen. And the reason why it happened is because Kyle Rittenhouse pretty much gave everybody the go ahead to go out and do what you want to do because ain't shit going to happen to you.
Yeah. I don't know. And like I said, it hurt my spirit to my core. That these were older, that's what happened during the middle of the day. Everybody hustle and bustle through work hour. They wait for y'all to get out of work, a rush hour. They get up, get dressed, drink their coffee, read the morning paper. Then they head out to do their little errands. And that time of day is when most older people go out.
And that's the time that he picked.
Yeah,
that's the time that he picked.
And that's what I'm saying. He must have, when he was coming back there every day for 2 months, he calculated. So if you have a mental health problem, you're not supposed to calculate anything.
Like I said, they're gonna try to use that argument, but no, he wasn't mentally disabled. Like I said, a crazy person just does shit on a whim. That's all there is to it. But this dude calculated this, planned it out, or had somebody help him plan it out. One of the two.
Well, due to his 100-page manifesto, he pretty much stated that he wanted to kill black people because they felt like they were trying to replace white people. This big old thing. At first it was called critical race theory. Now they got this thing I now call replacement theory. That white people think that they're getting pushed out and replaced.
Well, remember,
so he took it upon himself to be the vigilante.
Well, think about this. I said this on previous shows as well. White people's numbers are dwindling.
And they are. That is a fact. That ain't no hearsay. That's a fact.
Exactly. And their birth rates are down. And it's a lot of these.
Well, no, let me correct you, baby. The birth rate's not down. They just not procreate with other white people.
I was about to say that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I was just about to say that.
Sorry.
The birth rates are down.
With purebred white.
Well, yeah. Their birth rates are down, and you got a whole bunch of white women that's riding on the soul pole.
Soul pole, Korean pole, Hawaiian pole.
But most of the soul pole.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But
from Jamaicans, Africans,
and
American, whatever. Yeah, they love them black meat.
But come on, you've been a black woman. Can you blame them?
No. I really can't. I'm sorry. I get it, my fellow white Caucasian. I get ya. I wholeheartedly understand.
Anyway, had to get that out there to lighten the mood a little bit. But anyway,
yeah, I understand. Oh, I understand.
But anyway, that's the reason why, and that's the reason why he wrote that out there like that, because white people's numbers are dwindling.
Get with your own race and start procreating.
Exactly. Come on.
And killing black people gonna do what?
Nothing. That's gonna do nothing. That's gonna do absolutely nothing.
Either way, this might come off as senseless and insensitive. You kill old people, they probably done, and they
ain't gonna do nothing.
You probably kill somebody that can still make babies.
Yeah. Like I said, you go for the warrior class.
So why would you kill them? They can't do nothing no more.
Like I said, if he was going to make a big dent in anything, he should have went for the warrior class.
Exactly.
But he didn't.
And again, that's not mental health.
That's not mental health, man. That's just
being a jackass.
That's just stupidity right there.
Right.
That's just dumbass.
To the 10th power.
Exactly.
Well, now the next story is Uvalde.
Yeah. That's the one that everybody's making noise about.
Yeah. Cause they said that rifle, whatever that rifle was that man had, it blew holes.
See,
that these parents could even recognize their own kids' faces.
This is what got me about this whole story. This was the main thing that got me about this whole story. He was shooting children in the face.
In the head. In the face, yeah.
He was shooting them in the head and in the face. There's something wrong with that picture.
That's what I'm saying. Is that mental health?
That's not mental health, because anytime you say, I'm going to go shoot my grandmother, and you go shoot your grandmother and then get back on Facebook and say, I just shot my grandmother. Now I'm going to an elementary school to shoot up some children. That's not mental health. You're telling people what you're going to do. Crazy folks don't do that.
They just snap.
Crazy folks just go up, oh, you look like somebody that I don't like. Pow. Plain and simple. But now that we're talking about the whole Uvalde thing, let's talk about these punk ass cops. Let's talk about them. Now, I've always said that most cops that become cops are usually people that got bullied when they were in school, and they're pretty much cowards anyway. Now, it was 20 cops out there?
More than that. Border Patrol, other states, other cities.
I get to Border Patrol in a minute. But you had 20 plus cops out there, correct?
Yeah.
How many shooters?
One.
Okay, so these cops, the local police, they didn't want to go in there, and I've read this on several occasions. I showed it to you. They said they didn't go inside the building to confront the assailant because they didn't want to get shot.
Right.
Now, the last time I checked, when you become a police officer, isn't that a risk you take?
Protect the kid. I mean, protect the public,
Protect
right?
the
public, yeah.
By any means necessary. That means you taking the bullet for the public. Ain't that your job?
But 9 times out of 10, you have I mean, I know you can still get shot in the head and stuff, but you normally have on a bulletproof vest. So.
Yeah, you got some kind of body armor on you. At least you should anyway.
Yeah. 3
Border Patrol agents went in there, popped the cap in his ass, walked out.
Just like that.
How come the cops couldn't do that?
Well, why it takes so long? Almost over an hour.
Took an hour. He was just picking people off at that point. Just shoot them in the face. Come here, boom. And then he kicked them to make sure they were dead.
But the poor baby, they gave her testimony the other day. I started crying. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to sit there in front. I don't have any children, but I can sympathize. The mothers were giving their testimonies, but when that young lady, 10 years old, how did she know to reach for her friend's blood and smear it on her body
and play dead?
Where did she even fathom that from?
That's called
at 10 years old.
That's called survival instinct.
That's what we have to teach these kids now. You hear the little siren, okay, that's a tornado bell. You hear this siren, that means now you gotta hear another bell to know when there's a shooter in the school. But I hate one of our own local congressmen. Well, if they know how to learn all this different rap music, they can learn the different bells.
Now, how stupid is that?
Dumb.
How dumb is that?
Straight dumb.
Because you will hear... Who's out right now? Shit, I don't even listen to these new guys anymore. Who's out right now?
Lil Baby. Young, what's his name? Young something.
Let's just say Lil Baby. Let's just say you hear Lil
Baby.
Yeah, you hear Lil Baby and Da Baby all the time on the radio. How often do you hear a school siren go off?
Not many. When it's bad weather.
Exactly. Other than when it's time to go from class to class. That's the only bell you hear.
But they play this music every 30 minutes. Sound like I said, I was in the car the other day when we were driving these things. I said, didn't they just play that song?
Yeah.
So that's repetition. Yeah. You don't have those bells going off for repetition. Yeah, I know sometimes they have like what you call the drills. Yeah. But that's maybe like once every 6 months, if that. You know. So like I said, some of these lawmakers are so oblivious that they need to unask those seats.
I agree.
And give it to somebody who give a damn.
I like that term, unasked the seats. I like that.
They do. They do. Either they too old to have sympathy, or that they just don't have a heart. Yes. But like I said, if it happened in their family, they'll want all hell.
All the smoke. They want all
exactly.
the smoke. They want all the smoke.
You know, so it's like, And what's so sad about this one, Texas, other cities and states has had mass shootings, but Texas has had 13.
That's a lot.
No, I'm sorry, has had 8 in the last 13 years.
That's a lot.
And the laws are getting, what you call them, ironside.
Here's
It's not trying to strengthen the law. He's making them worse as far as gun control.
Here's my thing right here. Now, everybody that has been listening to the show knows flat out I am not a Donald Trump fan. I don't agree with anything his stupid ass says, but I agree with this right here. New gun laws is not going to change a damn thing because the wrong people still have the damn guns.
They can still get them.
And they can still get the guns either legally or illegally. So what difference would the laws make? None. I agree with Donald Trump on that point. I agree with him 100%. Making it tougher for people to get guns is not going to stop him from getting the gun.
And then here Uncle Biden having a whole press conference in prime time begging Congress to control guns. What?
No. That's not going to help any. That is not going to help any.
I don't know no more.
It's not.
I'm just it's getting to the point of you just getting, it's still shocking to hear, but then it's like, am I becoming desensitized to it or am I coming numb to it?
No.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Not at all. You're not being desensitized to it. Just
so if I feel like that, those congressmen don't feel like that?
Nah, it's like this here, babe. It's not that you're being desensitized to it. It's just that you keep hearing it so much and keep seeing it every damn day. You're like, oh, I'm not surprised. You're just not surprised anymore. It's not shocking to you.
It is, especially with these kids. It was.
Well, see, that one was a shock because it's children involved.
And then especially when they said they couldn't even be recognized.
They shot their faces off.
Whatever gun he used.
Shot their faces off.
Dismembered them to the fullest.
Yeah.
That the parents had to come up there with what they think they might have had on that day, or with DNA samples to collect their child's body. It's getting rough out here. But shout out to my
oh, he gonna get him.
I don't even know.
You gonna get him cut. You gonna get him cut.
If you guys are not aware, Matthew McConaughey did go to the Texas Senate, and
I'm gonna cut.
Not to say he went to the Texas Senate and Congress. He was so profound, so intellectual.
Don't make me cut him.
And I just love everything that he said. He brought the fact that he has 3 children and he can even imagine what the parents was going through, and something's going to have to change. And I wholeheartedly agree with him 100%. Kudos to you, Matthew. Way to go, buddy. Yeah, I don't, like I said, those parents, I couldn't. And then the ones that survived. One of the dads that testified, he said, I can see a change in her. It's probably not going to be good for the rest of her life.
That child, those children that experienced that and survived it will never, ever be the same. They have seen something they should not have ever seen their whole life.
And to see a grown man with tattoos on his face, you tell he done been somewhere. Maybe that's just my assumption, but when you get tattoos on your face, I assume you've been somewhere.
Now I've seen you been locked up a couple times.
And when that man broke down crying.
Remember when we were watching the news report and the female reporter, she couldn't even finish her. She couldn't even finish. She just started breaking down crying. She could not. And I couldn't blame her. I said,
me neither.
Hey,
me neither.
You have a heart. That's all thing that means. That's all that means.
But again, I'm sorry, guys. I'm finna play devil's advocate. Where is all this coming from?
Good question.
Did this come from Call of Duty?
I'm not gonna say it comes from violent video games. I've been playing violent video games since day one. I've been playing violent video games since day one. And for me, cause you know me, I like Resident Evil. I like God of War. I like Doom, Duke Nukem. You name the shooter game. I don't really too much care for Call of Duty and stuff like that because I don't like war games. But I've been playing violent video games since day one. So I really can't say that violent video games are an influence on people. Because I never.
But, you know.
Because I ain't.
But Call of Duty is so detailed and so
I know it's real,
bloody and so
it's
gory.
very detailed. I agree with you on
And
that.
these kids been playing it and playing other kids, and they get good at it. Eventually, they gonna want to try it in real life. So is that what we're experiencing now?
No, I think I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say yes either. I take that back. I'm not gonna say yes or no because I really don't know what they're thinking. I really don't know. I really can't say what they're thinking
It's
because
coming
I
from
don't know.
somewhere, though.
It's
You
coming,
just
I
don't
agree
wake
with
up
you
and
on
say,
that.
you know, I'm gonna write this long ass letter. Because that's what it was. And just go drive 2 hours and kill some people. I just don't. I don't know. Which leads me to this story. Marjorie Taylor Greene,
MTG.
who had the audacity
Oh damn. Here we go. This gonna be
to
good.
be concernment. I don't know if that's a word or not, but I'm gonna use it right now. About all the people that's been jailed because of the January 6th insurrection.
WTF?
Shout out to my cohort. You know, we both are podcasters and show hosts. Trevor Noah.
I love Trevor Noah. That dude. He ain't FBA, but he cool with me, man.
I don't think it could have been said any better.
You know what? I
really don't.
I remember when I showed you that. I had one of my cousins sent me that on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Charles Tramble Jr. That's my kinfolk. He sent that to me on Facebook. And when I saw that, I'm looking at the show. But this before Trevor Noah even popped up and said what he said. I said, so she is bitching and complaining that the people that are being detained for the January 6th insurrection are being treated bad in prison.
They're not.
Exactly.
If you don't get your
flat booty ass on someplace. But anyway, my whole point is this right here. I told you this earlier. You got black men that are sitting in prison right now to this very day as we speak, that are in prison for shit that they didn't even do, that are getting treated 10 times worse than what they're getting treated.
Yep.
But you ain't got nothing to say about that. And I'm with Trevor Noah. Keep that same energy for a black man going through the same damn thing. Keep that same energy. But I bet she won't. I bet you she won't.
I can't believe that she filed a complaint. If they honor that complaint, this world don't give a damn. If they honor her complaint, if they even entertain it and bring it to any kind of jury trial or whatever,
right?
Or even think about doing anything about it. Just
right.
let her wrote her little letter and let that be it.
For real.
Because you have some innocent people, you have some people that's guilty.
I agree.
But you have a whole host of innocent people in jail who are getting things done to them unfathomably.
Oh man.
And
they
ain't nothing been doing about them. They family don't wrote letters too.
Lots of them. They are getting beaten up and in some cases raped.
But you know what makes it so bad? Half the people that some of the names she's mentioned in that letter, they are all up in the camera.
Of course. Of course.
Face all up in. So how can you justify writing this little dissertation and the proof is on film, ma'am?
They don't think shit through. They don't think shit through. But anyway.
I don't know. After you sent it to me, I'm like, how dare her? The audacity.
She got some balls, don't she?
To try to even form a tear or have a cracked voice talking about the way somebody been treated
in prison.
But they did it, ma'am.
They're actually guilty of insurrection. No, sedition. That's what they call it. They're guilty of sedition. Actually, it's treason. Because like what they did was they stormed the Capitol, and that was treasonous by itself.
Just felony.
That's treason.
So that is a private. Treason, what is they called? The White House and the Capitol. All those are like buildings you can't touch.
Yeah, those are federal buildings, and you went there to cause some shit because the man that you backed didn't win the presidency.
And, you putting this on TV, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And we're just not seeing it as adults. These young 17, 18, 19-year-olds are seeing it as well. And if they go to these rallies and listen to what they probably getting in their own home.
They are.
They hearing their families talk about it. The dad and his friends gather around drinking beer talking about it. And they feel like they take it upon themselves to be the one to do something about it. Who do you blame in this situation?
Good question.
Because again, 17, 18, they probably work somewhere like Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, whatever. How y'all affording a $2,000+ rifle? Now, my next question is, the dealer that sold that gun, should he be held responsible? When this idiot goes into a school and shoot it up?
No.
Or when this idiot goes into a grocery store and shoot it up? Or when these idiots go into a black church and shoot it up? Or stand on the freeway and shoot people on the freeway?
I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. It's just like if you give somebody a car and they go up and they just run over 10 people, do you blame the car dealership for that? No, you don't. After you sell somebody something, it's up to them as to what they're going to do with it.
I see your point.
Right. I don't think you should hold the gun salesman accountable for that.
So that's why I'm going back to what you said earlier. Ain't no way these babyface kids walking here buying these guns.
Exactly my point. Somebody's backing them.
None of those kids look over a day over 21. None of them.
Right.
From the little Mexican boy in Uvalde, the little white boy here in New Jersey.
Right.
The one that was in Sandy Hook.
Right.
None of them they got baby faces.
Right.
Now I know you got a baby face.
Yeah.
But you don't look like you 18 and 19 years old.
I get carded if I go in the liquor store. And I'm every bit of 50 years old.
That's just a question I would think. I'm saying somebody, I know we're going to have to stop putting the blame game. We're going to have to stop that. Just need to start letting people take accountability. But with the ones that are, like the Uvalde kid, he's gone. What kind of closure will those families get?
They'll never get it.
And this one right here who did Buffalo, he just sat there like, yeah, I understand what I'm getting charged with. Eventually, they're going to say he tried to hang himself, and they're going to start saying that he's not stable enough to stand trial. What kind of justice would those families get when he's sitting in solitary confinement for the rest of his life? Or get off and go to a halfway house because he can't stand trial.
Well, you know what's getting ready to you already know what's getting ready to happen with him. He's going to get some, unless it's a black judge, and that black judge ain't on some coon shit.
No, what's going to happen is Kyle Wittenhouse going to visit him in jail.
Oh, yeah.
Give him his playbook and go get him a pretty good suit, and he's going to get off.
Yep, you're right. See, this is what you got to do, man. You got to squeeze some tears out. See, pull a nose hair out so you can tear up real quick and play like you're crying, and then look at the jury to see if they're buying it. The same way that he did.
And again, I ask you, what kind of closure, because we all look for closure, are these families going to get to justify what happened to their loved ones?
They're not going to get any. They're not going to get any.
I hate to bring this up. While we was away, Breonna Taylor celebrated her birthday.
Okay.
Still don't know what happened to that baby. She will turn 29 years old this year. Nothing has been reported. Are those police officers standing trial?
Breonna Taylor.
The black girl who was in her own home and got shot?
Oh, yeah, sister girl. I'm sorry. Yes.
Nothing has happened. So it's like, what kind of closure are these mothers and fathers supposed to do when there is nothing that's being done? Or that you giving these little punks, for lack of better words,
That's
excuse me,
That's what they are.
a slap on the wrist. Now you go in your room and you stay in your corner for 5 days, and then that's it. Hate to call the race thing, but if I get up and get a gun and go and shoot up something, what do you think will happen to me? Don't even let me use me. Let me use somebody that can relate. My little niece, she 20.
Yeah.
Same age these people.
Yeah.
She's a black female.
Yeah.
She'll be totally different.
Yeah.
Because a black female.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen to her? You think it'll give her a slap on the wrist?
Hell no.
Escort her to jail on a red carpet?
Hell no.
Top flight?
Hell no.
Talk to her like she has sense? Because they don't normally talk to us like we have sense.
Oh, man, you'd be lucky if she ain't got a black eye.
We shouldn't be justifying because of skin tone. We should be justifying of what the act was and how to deal with it to the umpteenth power to let these people know it cannot be tolerated anymore. If you do a senseless act like this, you're going to get trial and jury.
I agree with you, and you should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. I agree with you on that, because that's flat out murder. And if the death penalty pops up, so be it. That's right there in the Bible. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, life for a life.
Amen.
Am I lying?
Amen. I just don't know no more.
Well, it's
from the insensitive teacher showing Barack Obama as an animal to your own kind acting like an animal. What do we do here? What am I supposed to explain to my black child? That they're going to have to take a bulletproof book bag, and if they see a man walking up and down the hall, or if they hear this quote-unquote new bell that's finna be integrated into the kids' curriculum, run to your locker, get your book bag, and try to put it on you so you won't get shot. Okay. This is just stuff I've been reading. This is not nothing that I'm making up. This is things I've been reading that they think these kids need to start doing. Or that they're going to try to squeeze in the curriculum for them to do. Hell, these kids don't even know if they washed their ass that morning before they came to school. You think they going to remember, okay, if I heard this bell, I need to run to my locker and get my bulletproof book bag. And now these days, they so color-coded, they trying to be so fly, they might forget to take the bulletproof bag that day.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We got to do better, guys. Well, like I said, when you start messing with these babies, that's what hurts.
Well, that's what hurts a lot of people, and that's the main reason why this whole Uvalde case is pretty much eclipsing anything else that's out there on the news, because it's been going on for the past 3 weeks.
But see, I thought that we had a handle on school shootings with Sandy Hook.
No.
They made this big deal, and I think that's when they started the bulletproof book bag, and then like everything else, it'll be hype, then it just dies down.
And that's exactly what's going to happen with this right here. But
I hope they don't. I hope they keep this and just keep fighting. I really do.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, time will tell. I mean, that's all we can do is just wait to see what happens.
Is it just me? Or is it getting scary out here? It's been scary, but it's getting like real scary out here.
Well, I'm not going to say it's getting scarier.
Can't go to church. Can't go to the grocery store. Can't go to the movies. Can't drive on the freeway.
Well, I know that's the main reason why we haven't been on our weekly date nights. I know that. Because with the way things are going on, man, things are just not cool, for lack of a better term. I know that.
It's scary. I'm actually terrified.
Because you know us, you know, we enjoy our date nights.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we haven't had a date night in a minute because of what's going on out there. I mean, you can't win for losing. But you know, because we were supposed to have a date last week and didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it is what it is.
I don't know. I don't want to become a hermit because I'm not my personality won't allow me to become a hermit.
No, it won't. You're too outgoing.
Now, right now, this time of year, from June to September, it's too damn hot for me doing things. So I sometimes do become a hermit. I'm not gonna sit up in front. I do. Only time I used to go out is when it was at night, and it was gonna be a cool night.
Yeah.
But during the day, I will go to work
and come home.
That's true. Because it's too damn hot. And now it's like it's going to get even hotter because y'all done messed up the climate. Little Greta tried to tell y'all we were having climbing problems, but y'all didn't believe her. And then here we are in June. And
it's 102 degrees.
Having 100 days. 100 days not supposed to be here until July.
Or
going toward August.
Mid-August.
So why are we having it in June?
Good question.
But walking out your door, I read this story the other day where this man left his front door, walked to his truck that was parked in his driveway, got robbed.
Wow.
The other day, This young man and his mother had just got home. They live in an apartment complex. Apartment complex probably was here, maybe not even 2 feet was the parking lot. They put into their parking space, got out their car. Now, mind you, this is Mother's Day this year. Man walked into it. Give me what you got. Man, I don't have anything. Give me what she got. She ain't got nothing either. Give me her purse. She ain't got nothing, man. Well, I'm gonna kill you anyway. Pow. Kill the boy. In front of his mother on Mother's Day. Like, is that sick? Damn. Is that mental health? Is that no empathy? What is that?
That's a little bit of no empathy. I'm not gonna say it's mental health. That's not mental health. That's not mental health at all.
Scary. That's why when I walk out here, you see I be walking around, be like,
when I'm
from my stairs to my car. As soon as I get in my car, click.
Baby,
I don't even start my car before I lock the door.
Baby, let me tell you something. I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. Whenever I'm going to either my apartment or coming home from work, my head's on a swivel. Because I'm looking to see who's around me. I stay in my car for a little while to make sure ain't nobody around me, to make sure ain't nobody coming around on no bushes. I'm looking at the mirrors. I'm doing all those things. Okay? Because I don't want to get shot over something stupid, because I don't carry cash on me. So if they was to rob me, they'd be practicing. And I don't want nobody shooting me just because I didn't have anything to give them. See? And then, on top of that, I know you don't want to make that damn phone call. And you know which phone call I'm talking about.
Yeah. And that's what I don't ever want to do.
No, you don't. So, and like I said, that's why I always let you know where I'm at. This is where I'm at. I just made it. I'm at the art store. I'm at work. I'm at Nokia, wherever. I tell you where I'm at.
You have to. It's not about you checking in, or
I agree with you on
it's
that.
just you have to these days.
Exactly.
We got a friend, they be like, well, where was he? Well, he told me he was going. Well, we found his body in North Dallas. He lives in Mesquite. I don't know. I don't want no.
Right. I understand
no.
that. I understand
no.
that. I get that.
No.
I get that.
And with all this we've been said, what are your truth and what do you think needs to happen?
Well, I can honestly tell you that gun laws are not going to help. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, every time something like this happens, they always talk about we need stricter gun control.
Yeah, they do.
They get stricter gun control, something else happens.
That's true.
So I don't think that's going to help. I think that people need to become human again.
What is that? What is human?
Okay, because when Dr. John Henry Clark, the master teacher, he used to always say that we as people have lost our human beingness. And what he meant by that was, like you said, there is no empathy. Nobody really cares for human life anymore.
No, they don't.
And that's pretty sad. So, and that's pretty much what Dr. John Henry Clark was saying. We need to go back to caring about life in general. People, exactly. That's just it. That's
people
it right
well-being.
there. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean by we need to work. We need to be human again, and that's the problem. That's the problem. And that's taught in the home. I don't care what anybody says. Everything is taught in the home.
Like my grandma said, start at home, spread abroad.
There you go. Everything starts in the home.
That's Bible.
Yeah, that is. It really is in the Bible. That starts in the home. All that starts in the home. All that starts in the home.
But if your mama don't know and her mama wasn't taught and they don't know how to show you, what do you do? Do you pick up a book at 12 and 13 and learn it yourself? Well, I guess so. I agree with what that countryman said. If you can learn these rap lyrics within a day, pretty much overnight, you can learn some kind of sensitivity or to have empathy toward other people.
I agree.
Because don't you want people to treat you the way you want to be treated?
Right.
Don't nobody want to be treated bad. There are some people out there who don't give a damn.
Yep.
But a lot of us like to be treated well.
That's the golden rule. That's the golden rule. And the golden rule has been out since ancient Egypt. The golden rule has been translated in different ways. In different ways. Treat people the way you want to be treated. In the Bible it says, "Do unto others as you have them do unto you." So it's the same rule. It's worded different. Same thing. The Quran has the same thing. The Torah has the same thing. Buddhism, Shintoism, Confucianism, they all have the same exact philosophy. Treat people the way you expect to be treated, and you will never ever go wrong. I promise you that.
Everywhere though. I mean, every workplace, school. The school should be the last place
for a
parent to worry about their child.
I agree with you 100%.
A workplace should be the last place that another spouse or mate is what we worry about their loved one. But we are.
I know
going to church.
Well, see, here's the thing. House. Exactly. I agree with you on that. But and of all places, the church. And I know that you cringe when I tell you I gotta go into the office.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact because I see it in your face.
Oh yeah. Not just because of COVID or this new crap, monkeypox. It's just people are losing their mind. A lot of these companies are cutting back.
Right.
And they are letting people go. Mm-hmm. In a time when gas is $5+ a gallon.
Oh my God.
Shout out to the big gas company with your bullshit. And while you're up here trying to blame it on Ukraine, which is bullshit. You're just trying to make $1 during this culture where everything else is high, and you're just capitalizing off of it.
You
just think people gonna think, well, everything else is high.
Gas prices are high as hell, man. That's why I hate having to go to work. I hate having to leave here and go to the office. I hate that shit, but I have to.
Yeah.
It's mandatory. I need to do it.
Well, they told me I gotta go in there. I'm like, huh? How many days? At least one.
Okay. All right then. Full day or half a day?
We'll see when I get there, but I might play sick when I get there.
My stomach hurting.
I haven't been in here in a long time. I'm itching. But it shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't have fear to get in our car or take the train or catch an Uber or a Lyft and go anywhere we damn near deem we need to go without having some fear of, am I gonna make it home?
Yeah, and I know you hated it when my car was in the shop.
Yeah. And I kept saying, you can use my car, and this is when it was cold.
Yeah.
And you walk into the bus, I'm like, Lord, just cover them, Lord, please. Just cover them. Because people are crazy.
Man.
People are crazy. And it's like, I know we all, in some form of a fashion, it's a little touched. But some of us are touched in a whole different way that they just don't give it. And some people might get off on hurting people. Seeing people hurt, seeing people bleed, seeing people beg for their life,
You'd be surprised how often that happens, man. You'll be surprised how often that happens. People love to see people in pain.
That's why I pray every night, Lord, you told us if we keep the faith of the size of a mustard seed, that your grace and your mercy will carry us through. And I pray that prayer every night.
Amen.
Every night.
Amen.
Because what more can you do? Because like they said, the devil blesses you too.
Yep.
The devil is walking on this earth with us.
Yep.
And they need to stop saying mental health.
It's not mental health.
It's not.
If this person, because I just go back to the Uvalde shooting. Mm-hmm. That wasn't mental health. That was flat out evil.
Now see, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. If he would have went to the high school and tried to do something to those bullies, okay, not good. Not saying it's right, but
you can justify it.
Understandable.
That's justifiable.
Exactly.
That's justifiable.
You went to an elementary school.
What they gonna do? Flick a booger on you? Cough
maybe
on you?
You know what? Now that I'm speaking out on live, maybe that's where it all started.
Probably so. Well, here's the thing, and this is another reason why I call bullshit on that, because I like to use myself as an example on a whole bunch of subjects. I was bullied as a child. I didn't have the best clothes. Hell, I had clothes that had patches on them.
Wow.
I didn't have the best shoes. I mean, I told you that story about the time that the dude asked me where I got my shoes from. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and I had shoes with holes in them. I really did. In the soles of them. I had to put paper in there just so I could walk around school. So, when I hear people saying, well, he was bullied because he was poor. Shit, I was too. I didn't go around shooting everybody. I persevered. So you're missing with that shit. No, he was just evil. That's all that was. Because when you shoot a child in the face with a high-powered weapon, you aim for the face. You didn't aim for the leg. You didn't aim for the chest. You aim for the face.
Yeah.
That's evil. Plain and simple. That's not crazy. That's evil. That's the difference between crazy and evil.
Yeah.
That was just evil.
That was
just flat out evil.
And then what I said, stop using
the crazy angle. No, he wasn't crazy. He knew what he was doing.
Then stand up there in court looking all down with his hands behind him, looking like, oh, I don't know.
I'm with you, babe. I'm with you. We gotta wrap this thing up.
But on a good note, let me end with this. It's not only LBQGTPP month, it's also Black History Month, y'all. And y'all know I'm a music fanatic. I love my music. So shout out to all the I missed my girl, Anita Baker.
When did she have a concert?
She had a concert Memorial Day weekend in Las Vegas.
Oh, man.
And when I tell you, I was dialing, trying to get them tickets sold out on the first day.
I believe it.
And she was just going to do one day. Then she added a day, those tickets sold out. Then she had another day, those tickets sold out. I tried to get in the stand-up only. I was trying to get a ticket. But I did see some of the concert online. And when I tell you, that woman missed the beat.
She still got a voice.
Voice still strong as day one.
I can tell y'all right now.
I love me some Anita Baker.
I can tell y'all right now. Anita Baker is my wife's favorite artist.
I love it.
Yes.
You bring me joy when I'm down. Oh my God. Yes, ma'am. But shout out to Black History Month. Is there a song that you absolutely hate that everybody else loved?
What's that?
I'm just saying, do you have one like that?
What, a song that people hate?
Yeah, that you hate, but everybody be like, that's my jam. You be like, damn, I hate that song.
Yeah,
you said the other day, we were going out of
several.
town. What song was that? You said they played in the club all the time.
Oh, damn. Wrong.
Oh, my God. I know that was one you said the other day. I was thinking about that. So what is a song that I just absolutely hate, but everybody be like, girl, that's my jam.
I can tell you what song. The one
for me, let me cut y'all. That's just my baby daddy.
Oh.
That's just my I hated that. Even though I don't have no
That
children.
song.
I was like, whoever wrote. And then that other song when the girl is pregnant and they trying to help the baby come down. Some pregnant song. I'm like, why they keep making these songs?
I got several. Killa had that one song, My Neck,
my back,
my
and my crack. Hey!
I can't. Man. Come on. Now that one and the one that really got to me, cause I can't understand shit that he's saying, and that's a song by Young Thug Lifestyle. I couldn't stand that damn song. I couldn't stand that song. Every time you turn around, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the hell? What is he saying? You know, he's supposed to be rapping. I mean, I remember one time Young Thug was on Sway in the Morning. And you know, every so often, Sway lets the rap artist freestyle. Mm-hmm. And so he was gonna let Young Thug freestyle, and Young Thug wasn't even talking. He just, and I'm not making this up. Look that up, and Sway was looking at him like.
I've been listening to what's the one you hate?
There's so many of them I don't like. So pick one.
I hate to put it like this, but I know this is probably the only way you're going to remember. Sierra's baby dad, Future. I've been listening to some of his music. I can kind of understand what he's saying, but when he first came, I didn't understand nothing he was saying.
I can't understand shit he's saying either.
Same thing with Lil Wayne. I could not understand nothing Lil Wayne was saying.
Me either.
Not at all.
I mean, I love hip. I mean, I'm a hip hop head. Anybody that knows me knows that fact about me. I'm a hip hop head. I'm a hip hop producer. I love hip hop. That's just what that's my music genre. But a lot of these new cats out here, come on now. Only one I really actually like is Kendrick Lamar because he got something to say.
Yeah, I think he's just amazing.
I think he's
phenomenal.
Oh, I agree with you. I think he's very underrated. He should get more radio play than what he does. But I guess because he ain't talking about no bullshit.
Yeah.
But, the one song that I really hate that people like is Percocet.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's Future, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't stand that song because it's just two words.
What's that song by Lil Wayne? Give me. That's what it's so but I'm like, okay. Well, do you like the song? Cause I'm happy. Come along if you can.
You know what? I got sick of that song.
I know.
I got tired of that song because every time I turned around, it was on the radio.
I know. I'm like, okay. I know this one you don't like. Lil Nas X, Old Town Road.
Oh,
I'm
God
gonna
damn.
take my heart.
Man, take your fruit booty ass on. Shit.
But he had a little ruckus here lately, but I'm just another story about black people not go vote for him for some reason. I'm like, okay, boy, it's not because of your music. I'm sure. I mean, because of you, it's your music.
It's your damn bitch ass music.
But I just want to bring up, it is not only, LBQT, but it's also Black Christmas. So shout out to all the beautiful, amazing artists that
Black
we've
music
had.
month. It's Black Music Month.
Yeah, that we've had over the years. Anita Baker.
Yeah.
The one I love now. Oh gosh, yeah, her. I love me some her. Definitely love me some Jill Scott. Her smile is so infectious. Gotta give it up to the girl who got me through college, MJB, Mary J. Blige. Shout out to my little boy Al Green. Love and happiness for the good times, boy, for the good times.
Make you wanna do right, make you wanna do
That
wrong.
song right there, for the good times.
Oh, come on, that's a jam right there.
And then in memory of my daddy, the Temptation used to be my girl.
That's OJ.
And then he always say that song, Friday, living for the weekend.
Oh, yeah,
boy,
it's
my
Friday.
daddy's, yes.
Thank God.
My daddy
it's
had a little
Friday.
Chevette brown.
And I just got paid. Come
He
on
used to
now.
put that little
Wow,
8-track in there. That
wow.
song started playing. And definitely shout out to my
Living for the
main man,
weekend.
Isley Brothers.
Oh, come on.
Ronnie, hey Ronnie. I know you got what's the name? That's okay. I'm just saying. Man, Charlie Wilson, the
Come
Gap
on.
Band.
Yeah, buddy.
Good music, good timeless music.
Man.
That's why I say I wish these kids can experience what we had. These people
We
are
used
still
to-
relevant now.
We used to
These one hit wonders they got these days.
back in the day, man. Back then, if you bought a record, that record better be good from front to back. Side A to side B. I'm talking about records, your whole albums with 15, with 5 songs on one side, 5 songs on the other.
Right.
Okay, and every single song had to be hot
Very.
because that's the only way that you will buy a record.
No,
That's
put
the only way
it
you'll
put
buy
it
a
this
record.
way: you put it on, you're not skipping. Not
You ain't skipping out
one.
once.
I think we said that the other day about Lauryn Hill.
Oh yeah,
Play Lauryn Hill back to back to back.
I had to replace that CD twice in my car.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, yeah, man, that because back then people cared about the music.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people just do music just to make money. See,
Now, I'm not gonna lie,
it's
it's
all
some
about the
nice
crap.
beats out there, but the words.
I agree, man. You can't understand shit they saying. What the hell did you say? Are you even talking? And most of the time, they ain't even talking. They mumbling. Dude, and you got a hit record? Damn. Okay, then.
You know what I said? These little hit wonders these days, you be like, y'all not gonna be around the next 2 hours.
I mean, think about this.
2 months at the most.
I mean, think about this, babe. Think about this. EPMD is still hot.
Very timeless.
Come on, man.
Timeless.
Snoop Dogg is still doing his thing.
Timeless.
Come on.
The big homie. Yeah. What's his name?
Q.
Timeless.
They still doing that thing.
Timeless.
They're still doing
My
that thing.
baby daddy on another level. LL Cool J.
Come on, come on, man.
Timeless.
KRS-One.
Timeless.
Big Daddy Kane, my favorite MC.
Oh, yes, sir.
Come on, man. These guys are still relevant to this very day because they actually know what they're doing. They have honed their craft to a point to where can't nobody do it like them. And that's what I mean by that. See, these younger cats out here, they sound alike. All of them sound alike. That's why I don't like them.
What they say, they microwave.
Yeah, yeah.
Quick pop. Quick pop.
Yeah. There's microwave MCs. I mean, come on, man.
But enjoy. Go sit down. If you stick like I do, I have a whole drawer in there of CD. Just go pull out some old music and just listen to it.
Silk.
Ain't nothing
Come
like
on,
it.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Now, see, Silk will get us in trouble, y'all.
Yeah, baby. I love. What's his first? That little short one.
Lil G.
Lil
Gary
G.
Jenkins. Man, come on.
Let me. Come on now. Let me stop.
Come on now. Yeah, see, Silk.
But yeah, old good black music. Ain't nothing like it. Yeah, let's go on over it back. Big Her, Diana Ross.
Ooh.
Patti LaBelle. Itchy, kitchy, yeah, girl.
Come on now, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Come on, man.
I don't know what they be saying, but you know. Man, that's
Melly Mel did that
music. Good music.
Melly Mel did that.
Did
that song.
he?
Yeah,
See,
Melly
I
Mel
didn't
did
even
that.
know
Yeah,
that.
Melly Mel did that.
Just do the history, people. Young people.
Come on, man. Listen to the music. I mean, you know, because if it wasn't for the older cats, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing right now.
I got Cyrus in my car. I got it on my tablet too, but it's this segment on, you know, LL Cool J has his own channel, and they had this when they flipped that shit moment where they took an old beat and they related how they how they do it now. Yeah. I'm thinking, oh, I thought that was an original. I don't think nothing original anymore. They just either put an 808 on there or speed it down or something.
I mean, come on, you've seen me do that.
Yeah, that's kind of alluded to what I'm saying. I'm thinking it's original beats. He done took it from an album, and now he's sampling it and got it here playing in the background in our ears right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nothing's original anymore. Yeah. Nothing's original anymore.
Well, you know, it's not that hip hop is new. It's that hip hop took the old and made it new again. I mean, we'll just take a song, cause like case in point, I took this sample right here and I chopped it, and once I chopped it and put my own little spin on it, I made a completely different song out of it.
Wow.
See what I'm talking about?
Wow.
So we just take what's old and make it new again.
Make it new, your own.
Yeah, make it your own. Just, you know, you might speed it up, you might chop it, you might, you know, rearrange the chords and whatnot, because these chords are completely rearranged. This is not the original sample. I just rearranged the chords.
Wow. Learn something new every day.
But, you know, again, like I said, hip hop just takes the old and makes it new again. That's all it is. We just breathe life into everything.
Yeah.
Because back then, to give everybody a little bit of a hip hop history, what was going on in New York was this right here. They took all of the music programs out of the schools. Okay? And so you got people out there that love music and want to listen to music, but they didn't have any instruments or anything like that so they could play them. So what did they do? They said, what we gonna do now? We gonna have a good time? Tell you what, get the turntables up here, hook a mix up to them. Pop open the street light. Let's get some power going on here. Give them old records right here. Put them old records in there. Play the break beat to that record right there. Boom. We're gonna play that break beat to them records right there. You got something to say on the microphone? There you go. Rap. Hip hop is going. Oh, we got some people out there dancing to the breaks. Okay, boom. They spin on their head and stuff. Break dancing was invented. So, you know, that's how hip hop was. That's the main reason why hip hop was formed, because like they wouldn't let the students in the black neighborhoods have any instruments or anything like that. So they created their own instrument. They turned the turntable, a piece of a stereo equipment, into a musical instrument. So
or beating on the desk. That's what we used to do.
Or beating on the desk. Yep, beating on the desk. They turned that into a musical instrument. So.
But you know what's so funny? Then we gotta wrap this show up.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I got Cyrus in my car, and they play old hip hop music sometimes.
Right.
Yin Yang Twins was the first one who started talking about twerking. So twerking just didn't happen in 2021.
No,
people
didn't.
With Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce.
Twerk
Yin Yang Twins was the one who was talking about twerking.
Whistle while you twerk.
Right.
Come on now.
Go ahead and party. Make the pussy fart and whistle while you twerk. Twerk's what not. Yang ain't a thing. Yeah, baby, don't do that. Y'all didn't invent that. Do your history this month.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And
good show.
And with that said,
good
we had
show.
a really good show. We had a really good show.
Good show, baby.
We had a really good show, and I love doing the show. And we won't stay gone long, y'all. I promise, because we had some stuff to do this past couple of weeks, man. These past few weeks, we had a few things to do. We were going out of town, and all kinds of things was happening, holidays and stuff like that. But since we on the subject, we want to do a special Juneteenth show.
That'll be good, because that Sunday is Father's Day, so it probably won't be too many people listening, because they probably spend time with their fathers.
Right.
So yeah, let's pick that up Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna do a special Juneteenth show, so we will convene and do a special Juneteenth show. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out there, man, and we're going to have us a good time on the show.
So shout out to all the fathers, ladies. Let those kids buy something for the fathers, instead of getting them ties and socks or nothing. Show them love like them. Don't know fathers help the kids show the mothers love. There's some real good dads out there.
Some good
Very
dads
good dads out there.
Shout out to the stepfathers out there. I'm one of them, man. Come on, shout out to the stepfathers out there, man. That any man that step up and help and raise a seed that's not even his, that's a special kind of dude, ladies. Let those children give props to the fathers that not their biological dads, man. Come on, man. Come on, I'm not just saying that because I'm one of them. I'm just saying, man, come on. Don't forget about your stepdads, y'all. Yeah. They're good folks, too. But anyway, we're going to wrap this show up, and we had a really good show.
Yeah, we did.
Talk, man.
We did.
We caught up on a whole bunch of different stuff.
We did. A lot been going on. I'm sure it's going to be more.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be some more.
Hopefully it'll get better.
Oh,
Hopefully it'll get better.
I hope so. In the meantime, I'm Reggie O.
And I am Mimi the Lady.
And we out.
Bye.